Hello everyone, it's Bobo the Vulture and it's time for more Extreme Warfare Extreme Warfare. This game is absolutely fascinating. Um, let's load a previously saved game. And as you recall, we have been losing money for the past couple of months because we have had to, well, we haven't had to, but on the recommendation of Sophie here, who may or may not be wearing clothes. Um, hmm, is she suggested that we raise our production levels. So we did that. And as a result of this, we are losing a little bit of money month to month here. But we are still slowly but surely gaining in public image. We're not gaining in public image day to day though anymore. So that's potentially an issue. No, I don't want to quit the game. Um, Also, we finished off another feud. We finished off Axel Law versus, hello, there we go, a Fast Eddie versus Steve Stone. And Steve Stone was so pleased with how well that worked for him. He got his ass hired away immediately by, I believe it was NWAW, right? Oh, I suppose I could have just looked right here, couldn't I? Go! Sorry, I had to. Ikuto Hidaka, he only has an open contract, so I guess in theory we could sign him. But he doesn't think our promotion's big enough for him, so. Hydro. Hydro's, oh man, he's in a written contract though, so we can't. And there's our man Steve Stone. Look at him there. He has an open contract. Or sorry, he has a written contract. He's known to be easy to work with. We know that he's easy to work with. So, we don't have any sponsors that ended their work with us this month. And we don't have anything other than basically if I wanted to increase our advertising level, which I'd like to, but again, we are losing money, so it would be difficult to justify doing that. Although, as I said, I'm going to try to I know, I just completely trailed off that sentence. I'm going to try and grow my way out of this financial hole rather than um, rather than shrink my way back into my finances. We can honestly, if we can manage to hang with them up until the point where we can maybe negotiate some new sponsorship deals, we might be able to turn a profit again without even any major changes to the company the way that it is now. Um, and I could try to do that right now, but it basically would just gut the entire savings that we have right now um, that I feel is necessary for our little team here. Our little team of Vulture Championship Wrestling guys. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody's doing well? That's good. Um, Lately, I have been recording these increasingly close to the time they actually come out. I believe I just today, as I record this, put out not the last video, but the video before that one. So I'm like one video ahead of one jump ahead of the bread line. That was for Jafar. That's right. Um, so yeah, Jafar's out there somewhere. 25th. This might be it. Prince Nana. Na 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 na. No SmackDown ratings. Other ratings. Pogo the Clown has a written contract. Scorpio got released. Wait a minute. MLW have released Satoshi Kojima. That is not. What? Yeah, never mind. For some reason, I was thinking Satoshi Kojima was the guy we had on a contract. And no, that's not true at all. Oh, it doesn't remember where you were with them. That's too bad. Let's see. Of course, we haven't actually gotten the whole way through. Sade. Wait, Samoa Joe is okay. He has an open contract in various places. That's interesting. I mean, I guess I could see not having high speed score. He's only got a sort of above average technical score. He's a good brawler, and he's relatively charismatic, which, you know, I get all that stuff. He's been criticized for working too stiff on occasion. He apparently uses the triangle choke as a finisher, which I guess I could also see, although I'm familiar with him using the Muscle Buster as a finisher. But that is not the kind of... Yeah, he's definitely a menacing looking dude. Yeah, well, it looks like... Oh, there's Satoshi Kojima. Wow. Look at this guy. He hates Shark Boy, and he's loyal to Nate Hatred. Interesting. He could be a trainer. He's well liked and respected. He does not speak. Our promotion isn't big enough for him. He's a really good brawler and technical wrestler. That guy is a talent. He wouldn't really fit in with our style so much. I tend to have a lot of high flyers. I think there's just more high flyer guys down in the sort of bottom rungs of the world of this game. Taioki. ECWA have fallen to cult level. ECWA released My Cruel and other people. Thanksgiving Thunder. Let's just keep this train rolling. ROH have gone back up to national level. You know, considering they default a promotion to like 10% once you move from one level, like one tier promotion to the next, considering how much these guys bounce back and forth, they must be wildly fluctuating with their Masato Tanaka, Juvi Guerrera, Taka Michinoku. Nate Hatred. Oh, there you go. If we signed Nate Hatred, maybe Satoshi Kojima would come hang out with us. ROH signed independent worker Fast Eddie to a written contract. Fuck you, ROH. So that's all our feuds done. So, wow. I don't think it's going to reflect this because the feud ended without coming to a natural conclusion. But for viewers of our wrestling product, they basically saw Bruce Sanchez and Fast Eddie just do a handful of really nasty promos tearing down El Midgeeto, and then El Midgeeto returned, had a match, and pretty sure lost. I know, it's hilarious. Bean is watching something funny over there. which is totally cool. She could do that. But yeah. Yeah, Fast Eddie defeated El Midgeeto. El Midgeeto. Let's look at our merchandise. You know, this whole thing, like, if Chris Brule's left, we would sell the exact same amount of merchandise, and it would just say El Midgeeto is 64% of total sales is going to El Midgeeto. Well, we're holding at 55. Let's go and have a meeting with Sophie. Currently, we have 17 workers on the roster. And we need to start some more feuds because we no longer have any feuds. Let's see. Fast Eddie v. El Midgeeto. No. Fast Eddie hired away. Want to keep a log of how often we get screwed. So now both Fast Eddie and Steve Stone have been hired away. We had. Oh, I guess we can't see the inner details of these matches now, but that's right. Fast Eddie and El Midgeeto had an exceptional match, and perhaps that's one of the reasons that ROH decided to hire Fast Eddie away from me. What is ROH's reputation? Is it high flyers or is it just guys that are good? Rob Feinstein. He built around technical wrestlers, that's right. And they just rose up to national. Taka Michinoku's in there. Alright, well. We have our guys. Little Nate also working for Noah. El Midgeeto also working for Canadian Golden Combat and Noah. Somebody suggested Marcos versus El Midgeeto. I don't like that idea anymore, if I'm honest. Do we have any good heel high flyers now? Dunna's going to be out for 4 more months with a knee injury. He was a tweener. I don't know about that as a way for him to be anymore. That's true. I mean, Jafar is an all-rounder, but I guess he has a good... Wow, 38. Jarrell Clark is only 38 over, huh? That's interesting. Would these guys have a good rivalry? They probably would. Chris Brule's more of a brawler. Marcos is not very happy. Offer him his release. I don't think leaving is a good career move for me at the moment. Well, alright. What if I offered you 9 grand? I don't accept. That's fine. Robert Thompson, a good all-rounder. Sanjay Dutt, a superb wrestler, also working for Toriumo. Tommy Chill, pretty good brawler. And Trent Baker. Wow. So let me look at the quick roster here again real quick. Gonna take a quick look at it. I suppose technically we'd still have the same number of guys for each particular skill. Let's go ahead, and this is something I've been intending to do anyway. Let's let's start a feud between Jafar and GQ Smooth. Jafar, GQ Smooth. Start that feud. It's got some meat around it. Okay. Or for the fact, I mean, El Midgeeto is so over. Otherwise, it would be great to have him and Jarrell Clark get into an angle with each other because they are both very similar stars. Honestly, at this point, our main problem is we don't have anybody over enough, really, to get into a rivalry with El Midgeeto. I mean, we could set up a rivalry between Jarrell Clark and El Midgeeto, but you know what? I'm curious. Let's try it. Jarrell Clark versus El Midgeeto. Yeah, El Midgeeto is not willing to do this feud. Jarrell Clark's not in his league. Well, fine then. Could do it with Marcos, but I don't like that idea anymore. Minimum over is a 50. But they work for that little. Yeah, there's nobody else out there. El Midgeeto is the most over superstar out there of this sort of ability. Let's take a look for guys with a relatively high speed skill down in this realm. Amazing Nate is pretty amazing. Alt Boy Matthew has got some potential. I always keep looking at Catastrophe. Chris Alexander is new, isn't he? Deranged. Deranged and dysfunction. This guy's way less charismatic, but he's a way better wrestler. Frankie Fuji. These seem like new wrestlers. Frankie Fuji, you want to be a manager when you've got this amazing speed skill and this pretty rubbish charisma skill? What's your story, Freddie LaGuardia? Alright. Jason's all good, baby. Jacobs, Jeff Roth. Has very similar sort of statistics to El Midgeeto, really. Johnny Vandal. Mike Stryker. He could be one of the Southern Bad Boys, and there was Prince Juggalo again. He's been criticized. Alright, Rapid Fire Malvano, Ricky Vandal. Boy. I get bored looking at these stats really quickly, don't I, folks? Sorry about all that. Todd has sex a ton. And none of these guys are really over. Which you wouldn't expect. They're down in the bottom of the wrestling world here. It's Billy Kim. He does the Manila Moonsault, but he's yeah, has a superstar look and he does high spots. So he wants to be a main event face. I need a heel right now, buddy. Hey, you know what? We don't need to Max Midgeeto, Axel Law, Steve Stone. Everybody wants to have a feud with everyone wants to have a feud with GQ Smooth right now. You know what? We'll go ahead and we'll just start with that. Let's go ahead and we'll make it the main event. This is going to be a match, a one-on-one match, a single match. Jafar versus GQ Smooth. There's not a title on the line. The result will be a win for Jafar. Jafar will use his evil magic to win this thing, also known as cheating. The aftermath will be that Jafar will run away, and this will be to continue the feud. The feud that these guys are having. You know, feuding and a feuding. Who all needs to debut this week? Gabriel needs to debut. I see. Well, let's see. Who could we put you against, El Midgeeto? I'm going to put you in a match with Jarrell Clark, whether you like it or not. Match. 1v1. Single match. It's going to be El Midgeeto versus Jarrell Clark. There's no title on the line. I'm going to give this match to El Midgeeto. But it's going to be by DQ. And Jarrell Clark is going to have a temper tantrum about having lost that match. And it will be, they're going to put on a good match. How's that? And what else do we want to do here? Gabriel is a good all-rounder with a bent towards the high-flying sort of thing. So who would we like to put him against? Takamura would be a good match for him, so would Sanjay Dutt. Honestly, so would Robert Thompson. We need to get Lil Nate in a match. Lil Nate needs to return, so let's not forget that he's around. How about putting Gabriel in a match with Sure, I bet Gabriel and Lil Nate would have a really good match. Maybe I should get Gabriel and Little Nate together. Hopefully people won't be too confused by this. It's going to be Gabriel versus Little Nate. There is no title on the line. the win is going to go to Gabriel. Because it's his debut, folks. My antivirus is outdated. Gabriel is going to win clean. And the aftermath will involve Gabriel refusing a handshake. Because that's how I established that guy's a tweener, apparently. And this is going to be, the purpose of this is going to be to debut Gabriel. There you go. Then we just need one more match. It can be any kind of match, really. Could be, could be Chris Sprules and Tommy Chill having a nice match. Let's have Chris Sprules and Tommy Chill have a nice match. I bet they would have a real good match. This is going to be Tommy Chill versus Chris Sprules. Alright, no title on the line. I'm going to give this one to Tommy C. Tommy Chill is going to do this by cheating. And there's not going to be an aftermath to the match. The purpose is just going to be just have a good match, guys. Put on a good one. There you go. Now then. Tommy Chill, well and capable of talking for himself. Although El Midgeeto, let's have El Midgeeto come out here and do an interview. Because everyone loves El Midgeeto so much, he should get the crowd really ramped up. That's my hope, anyway. El Midgeeto, he is going to talk about Jarrell Clark to hype up the match that they have tonight. Now then. Boy, Chris Sprules and Tommy Chill, both charismatic MFers. Let's have Chris Sprules do the interview here. Yeah, single worker. Gonna be talking about Tommy Chill. He's gonna hype the match they're about to have. Actually, no, let me remove that bit of booking. This one is gonna be a little awkward. Do I need to? No, little Nate can debut his gimmick during that match. That's fine. Let's go ahead and start out then. Yeah, never mind what I was saying before. Let's go ahead and start with Chris Sprules. Talking about Tommy Chill to hype the match they're about to have. And then we're going to have an interview, a single worker interview, starring Gabriel here. And his target is going to be Little Nate. And that's going to be to hype that upcoming match. Now then. Interview time. Single worker interview. That is going to be Jafar's time on the mic. He's going to be talking about GQ Smooth. And that is going to be to continue their feud. And this interview segment is going to be the vice versa. Now you'll also notice, folks, I have managed to put together this entire card without using either of my managers. So that is a saving of 18,000. that would be enough to make this particular event turn a profit. Let's start the show and see how it goes. See, everybody's already on the right foot. They are all hopped up about El Midgeeto, as well they should. Chris Spruill's gained over us from hyping this match with Tommy Chill. They put on a pretty good match. Not the best match ever, but the crowd's warmed. So 63% rating, that's good. Gabriel gained over us. People really liked Gabriel's opening segment here. What's happening with Little Nate? Little Nate got a positive response from his new gimmick, and they put on a pretty good match. Crowd didn't care as much as they could have, so it only got a 59 rating. Jafar gained overness, had a good interview segment. El Midgeeto and Jarrell Clark had a good match. Jarrell Clark, however, is losing overness because of his weak gimmick. That's why his overness is so low. I was wondering about that. GQ Smooth is backstage. He's building up the feud with Jafar. That's not the best segment we've ever had. They had a good match. Not the best match. They had a good match. People loved it, though. It got a good rating. 62%. Another solid show. Not a world beater, game breaker. Alright, so Juventud is signed up for a contact with ROH. Little Nate wants to be higher up the card, so does Jafar. Katsushi Takamura wants to be booked against Gabriel. Well, let's see. I think he's right. I think that would be a good feud. But let's go ahead and clear everything here. 3% from that show. We're going to be at this for a long time at this rate. But that can happen. Now let's get back to the beginning of the month. Friday the 31st. All right, there's only 30 days in November. So there you go, Friday the 1st. What all do we have happening here? Television ratings, shows, Blown Away, Flaming Youth, Reckless Abandon, Black Sabbath, all kinds of weird stuff. Billy Real gets hired and fired more often than anybody out there, it seems like. Bill Alfonso's retired, Daddy! Look who I'm hanging with now! It's a bunch of old retirees in this retirement home! And he blows his whistle. That's what the sound was supposed to be. Bill Alfonso's a road agent. Look who I'm hanging with now, Daddy! It's the same wrestlers, except now it's backstage! That is a difficult voice to do on a continuous basis. King Kong Bundy's retired. Ray Lord's retired. Ladies' Choice is retired. Rick Thompson will retire. Larry Zbyszko became a road agent. Bruce Sanchez wants more money. So does Jarrell Clark. So does Trent Baker. Chris Spruills. Gene Okerlund has left the staff of PCW to devote more time to his Eat Me hamburger chain as well as to the WCW hotline 1-900-909-9900. See number today. Out of their sponsorship deal with FLI. Sponsorship deals are ending. Excuse me. Money's going down and has been for 3 months in a row. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good, does it? Still, O's, our monthly performance is going up. Overall, I would say you are doing well. We've lost money for 3 straight months. We are financially solid. Be gaining public image every month for a while now. How much money did we lose? Okay. By not using managers, we managed to drain the overall funds down to, we only lost $1,780. Excuse me. That's from, we had better ticket revenue too, so that was nice. Okay. So, let's talk to Sophie. The industry is at 51% of its peak, so things are not looking great. Not big enough to do house shows. Jafar needs more pushing. Jarrell Clark's gimmick is killing his heat. Axel Law and Marcos could use changes of gimmicks, huh? Alright. Downmore returned from his knee injury in a while. So Axel Law, or so, yeah, Axel Law would best be served by freshening up his character. What is Axel Law's current character? Axel Law's current character is he doesn't have a character. So I could see where that might be an issue. Hmm. I'll have to give some thought to what kind of a gimmick to give Axel Law, because Jarrell Clark here apparently did not have the abilities necessary to go with the whole damn show gimmick. I wonder whether or not a lot of the gimmicks have specific requirements that you need to fulfill. Sometimes they need a high charisma score. Sometimes they need it's specific to nationality. Sometimes it is specific to only tweeners or heels, or tweeners or faces can do it, but heels can't do it and faces can't do it, one way or the other. And some of them, this is rarer though, but some of them have actual skill requirements. Like in order to be, I think there was one gimmick that was like Mirror Man, and he imitates the style of any other wrestler he gets in the ring with, and you have to have high skill for that in like all of the different fields. Like you have to have a brawl speed and technical score. I think of like all of them need to be over 50 or something like that. It may be true here as well that his brawl skill was not high enough to make the whole damn show gimmick work. Axel Law would have Axel Law would have that same problem, so that is something to think about here. He's pretty charismatic though. He's got Bruce Sanchez as a manager, but he could almost get by on his own with the charisma of 65. That's a thought. Anyways, 3 more percentage points up. We are very slowly clawing our way back to good times. I am 99% sure that this feud will result in one of these two, if not both of these two, leaving this Fed. I'm going to guess it's GQ Smooth because it seems like the faces leave first. Probably because I end up making them win in the end in all of my feuds. Anyhow, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture. This has been Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. I want to thank you guys all very much for watching, and when we come back next time, we are going to continue to, well, I guess we're going to round out the year here. Actually, let me look at my sponsors real quick. Who's interested in sponsoring us? Well, Anya's Weddings is the only one that's left out of those ones that came around before. Anyways, I will talk to you guys all next time. Bye for now.